Hello dear, so I've now tried to film a video for you about 3 times. My phone died about 3 times, so consequently everything has been lost. But I really wanted to make something for you because you're sending me so many interesting photos and videos and posting so many incredible things. And because I live in this really boring city, living my really boring life. So I'm gonna show you the books that I've read and bought, mainly bought since I got here. And I'm going to start with, very quickly, that one and that one, which I brought because I was still writing a paper about them. That one is just background stuff. Minimizing Marriage by Elizabeth Brake, great for heteronormativity, amatonormativity, that sort of thing. And focus on this one, Mr. Loverman by Bernardino Evaristo. So I'd recommend that one, it's a good read. The next book I bought is, no, not the next book I bought, the next book I read was one that I just went to a charity shop for and just got the first one for 25p that I could find, which was this one, Stephen Fry, The Hippopotamus, and I quite like Stephen Fry's biography, Mobus My Washpot, so I thought like I'll give this a chance, and it's nice. I enjoyed reading it eventually, even though at the beginning I was really annoyed with the narrator. I'm gonna read you the blurb again. The Hippopotamus by Stephen Fry. Ted Wallace is an old, sour, womanizing, cantankerous, whiskey-sodden beast of a failed poet and a drama critic. But he has his faults too. Fired from his newspaper, months behind on his alimony payments, and disgusted with a world that undervalues him, Ted seeks a few months' repose and free drink at Swafford Hall, the country mansion of his old friend Lord Logan. But strange things have been going on at Swafford. Miracles, healings, phenomena beyond the comprehension of a mud-caked hippopotamus like Ted. And then there's a few reviews that says like things like, my goodness, what fruity language Fry uses, which, yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I was made to read a book called The Magic Toy Shop by Angela Carter, which I'm sure you've heard of because it's a classic. And it's not one of my favorite, it's not. It had an emotional impact on me, and I didn't like the impact it had, so I don't like the book. Okay, you know how my pet peeve kind of is pink books, what I call pink books. You know, the books that when you walk into W.H. Smith or Thalia, there's this table of books that are just piled high, and they have got literally pink covers, and they're usually geared towards an audience of women who just want some light entertainment, essentially like a badly written romance, where you can, from the first page, you know what will happen. Anyway, so I went to a charity shop and grabbed a pink novel, this one, Catherine Elliott's About Last Night, which is like such a stereotypical title and cover at that, but it was actually fine. It was nice, light entertainment, it was not completely predictable. There were a few places where I thought like, is this what's gonna happen? And it did happen, but there were also quite a few turns, so I'm gonna read you the blurb again. Molly has traded London for a dream home in the country, except it was her husband's dream, not hers, and David is, well, rather dead. So when a distant relative leaves her London townhouse, Molly is ready to quit the good life and return to her good life. But there's a rather tall, handsome problem. You see where the stereotype comes in. A man who's already living in Molly's new house, and when a face from her past reappears, she's no longer quite sure where she belongs. Do any of the men in Molly's life have honourable intentions? Is she ready to ditch muddy wellies for high heels, or is she saying goodbye to the delights of country life too soon? It's good light entertainment. It's fine. It was worth the 50p I paid for it. Alright. Then I got a book that I really wanted to read. Oh well, I didn't get that one actually. I got... Where is it? There. I got this book because I was told that this series by Ben Aronovich, I hope is how you pronounce his name, was really good and would really like suit my taste and all that sort of stuff. Like a modern wizarding tale in a way. Unfortunately, I found this one in a charity shop, which is the second in the series, so I didn't start it because I couldn't read the second book before I'd read the first, you know. Thankfully, a friend of mine actually was kind enough to lend me his copy of the first book, so I read that one, and I quite like it. I'm gonna read you the blurb of the first one, Rivers of London, because it's quite nice. My name is Peter Grant, and until January I was a probationary constable in that mighty army for justice known to all right-thinking people as the Metropolitan Police Service, and to everyone else as the Filth. My only concerns in life were how to avoid a transfer to the case progression unit. We do paperwork so real coppers don't have to. Then, one night I tried to take a witness statement from a man who was already dead, but still disturbingly voluble. And that led me to Inspector Nightingale, the last wizard in England. And that, as they say, is where the story really starts. Now I'm a detective constable and a trainee wizard, and my world has become somewhat more complicated. There's something festering at the heart of the city I love, a malicious, vengeful spirit that takes ordinary Londoners and twists them into grotesque mannequins to act out its drama of violence and despair. The spirit of riot and rebellion has awakened in the city, and it's falling to me to bring order out of chaos, or to die trying. Which, I don't mind telling you, would involve hell of a lot of paperwork. And actually, you know what, I'm gonna stop here. I've got loads more. I read like 2 more, and I've got loads more that I actually bought and haven't read yet, because that's just me. Yeah, that's super interesting. I'm sure you'll agree with me, and I'm sure you'll actually be able to have Wi-Fi somewhere to watch a very long video about a very, very boring person talking about the books that you may or may not have read. I love you, darling. Mwah.